Hello and welcome. Today I want to break down the 7 steps for Nigerians and Ghanaians. So Nigerians and Ghanaians and other Africans, if you live in Africa, these are the 7 steps you need to achieve financial freedom. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So the 7 steps you need to achieve financial freedom, and this means to achieve your financial goals so you can retire as a millionaire. Financial freedom in my own terms is at least having $1 million to retire in retirement. Okay, so step number 1, you need to know your FIRE number. So FIRE stands for financial independence, retire early. You need to know that number, and it's calculated by taking your annual income times 25. So if you want to get $10,000 a year in income or $100,000 a year in income in retirement, you just multiply that by 25, and that's how much you need to have invested in the stock market. Okay, so if you hit that FIRE number, you'll be able to withdraw 4%, which equates to the annual income you want. So I go more in depth in this in the next videos. I will go more in depth in how you can calculate your FIRE number, because it will be based on your personal expenses and it's very, very individualized. Okay, so I'm going to go more into it. So step number 1, you need to know your FIRE number. This is the most important number you need to know. So step number 2, you really need to create a plan for your money. So some people call this living by a budget. You have to know exactly what's going on with your money every month. You have to have a plan for every naira or every cedis or every dollar that comes into your account. Before it arrives, you need to know where it's going. So percentage of it is going to investments, some to emergency funds, some to paying off your kids' tuition, whatever, but you need to know down to the last dollar, down to the last naira. This way, you can ensure that your money is being utilized effectively every month. I go more into this in the next video, so just keep watching the videos. I go more in depth into each of the 7 steps so that you can really begin to hit your financial goals. So step number 3, you need to prepare for a rainy day, and you do this by having an emergency fund. So an emergency fund is a savings account you have. It could be a high interest savings account that you just open with a bank, and you keep at least 6 months of your income there. You save up to have at least 6 months of your income there to ensure that no matter what happens, if you lose your job, if your partner loses his or her job, you're fine for the next 6 months. If you have some huge emergency that you have to pay, your car breaks down or whatever, you have this fund to tap into, so it doesn't affect your monthly budget, it doesn't affect your investing. If you don't have an emergency fund, what will tend to happen is that every month when you have an expense that you didn't plan for, you will then have to take money that you were supposed to invest or you're supposed to use to pay off your mortgage or your debt. You then take that to pay for this emergency, and then it takes you back into debt. It slows your financial progress. So you need to have at least 6 months. And this is very, very important. Follow these steps 1 to 7. Do it step by step. Don't skip, okay? Because once you finish step number 1, you can go to step number 2, you can go to step number 3. Don't skip the steps. Okay, step number 4, you need to plug the leaks and protect your wealth. So these are 2 things, but they are into one. So plugging the leaks means if you have any debt, you must target it aggressively and pay it off. Aggressively, you pay it off as quick as you can. I go more into this in the paying off your debt video, where I show you the most effective strategy to pay off your debt in the fastest time possible. So I go more into this. Then protecting your wealth has to do with your insurances. So there are 3 things you need if you are living in Africa. There are 3 accounts you must have to protect your future and to protect your wealth. The first one is health insurance. You must have health insurance. Now, if you need to find the best health insurance provider in your country, reach out to me. We've partnered with some companies, and we can share those links with you. We can direct you to the best providers in your country, especially if you're in West Africa. Okay, so I'll give you my recommendations for the best ones. But you need to have health insurance for you and your family. It's very, very important, absolutely crucial. So that's the first account you need to have, health insurance. The second one is life insurance. You need to have a fixed term life insurance that within the next 20 or 30 years, if anything was to happen to you, your family gets an amount of money. It is absolutely compulsory. See, in Nigeria, for example, the life expectancy is like 58, which means the chances of something happening to you before you retire, which most people retire in their 60s, is very high. So things happen, the unexpected happens, car accidents, health problems, different things. But if you follow these steps, your family will be protected, that you will be protected. If you have a health problem, health insurance covers it. If you have your life problem or something, then the life insurance covers it so that your family doesn't go back into poverty. Okay, so the first one is health insurance, the second one is life insurance, and the third one is a kids college fund. So this is a fund that you are contributing maximum 5% of your income every month to. It should be a high interest savings account. So some of the money you are contributing to your emergency fund before, once you finish that, you can now begin to dedicate some of this into your kids' college fund. What this does is that when your kids are ready to go to university, you have enough funds to take care of them. It doesn't slow you down. You don't have to sell off your house to send them to school. You don't have to sell off your property, nothing. You have that cash. And if they don't need that cash, guess what? Now you have a lot of money on the side. It can add to your emergency fund in your retirement and in your old age. But you need to do this. So target maximum of 5% of your monthly income, put it into this high interest savings account. So in Africa, you can typically get 4, 5, 6, 8%. So really target this. You can even make it a dollar account. So that you take advantage of the difference between the naira, the dollar, the cedis, and the dollar. So if the dollar appreciates, your portfolio appreciates much higher. Okay. Now, step number 5, you need to invest at least 15% of your income, 15% into the stock market, into good growth funds. I'm going to break this down in the investment videos. I'll show you exactly which funds you need to buy, but you must be targeting 15% of your monthly income. That's your target. Now, if you're only able to do 5% at the moment, it's fine. But your goal should be 15%. And the reason I put 15% is because on step number 6, we're going to talk about your house. So you also need to be investing for your house if you don't already have a house. If you have a house, you need to invest 30% of your annual or monthly salary into the stock market, and we'll go more into that. So now, step number 6, invest 15% of your monthly income into a house. So this can be you're saving up for a down payment to buy land, and then you keep saving up to build your house. Okay, so if you already have a house, I already addressed that. You don't have to worry about this. But if you don't, then you need to be investing 15% into an account. And once you have the down payment to buy land, you buy the land and you keep saving up and you start to build every month. So this I highly recommend, because once you have your own home, your wealth grows faster, and you're also able to knock out a lot of your rent, because the money you're paying to rent now goes into your own pocket. Okay, so try to get up to 15%. This means that 30% of your monthly income is going into investments. Now, many people say, oh, that's quite high. It shouldn't be high if you've been able to have an emergency fund, you have health insurance, you have all these other things, then getting up to 30% shouldn't be so difficult, okay? Now, in the beginning, you may only be able to do like 10% or 20%. That's fine. Just keep growing, because step number 7 is going to be increase your income and give. So you need to find ways to increase your income. You really need to find ways, whether it's asking for a raise, switching to a new job, getting additional skills online, and then using that to leverage to ask for more money at work. So you need to find, or starting a side business, investing in different things. You really need to find ways to increase your income. So if you follow these 7 steps, you will definitely achieve financial freedom. It's very doable. We've helped so many people do it, and you can also do it. So keep watching this series of how to attain financial freedom for Africans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, West Africans, as I go down and as I break down each step into more concrete, steps for you to take. So thank you very much, and I will see you in the next videos. If you have any questions, don't forget, you can always reach out to me. You can ask me and I will respond to you. So if you're watching this from YouTube, make sure you download our app so you can get access to all the content. And then also on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, and invite your friends to the app, to the platform to use it. So thank you very much. And remember, become a member so you have access to all the content, because members have all access to everything we have on the platform. Thank you very much and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.